Curtis is a last minute booker. I mean, hey, he books.
You know,
He's lucky he got an interior room and that he wasn't out on the upper balconies outside next to the pool. He booked so
I didn't
late.
have an interior room. I had an ocean view room.
Oh, I'm sorry, an ocean view.
I couldn't do one of them interior rooms though. Like
You'd never
there's
wake
no
up.
daylight, no window. I'd probably fall asleep and sleep for 2 days.
Like, what day? We missed Nassau? Hey, honey.
You mean the cruise is over?
We gotta get up? What do you mean?
What? I thought I only been in here a couple hours.
Sleeping in a dark hole down there. In the dungeon.
No, you know, it was cool. Even our room, in cruise ship rooms, it's like a hotel room, very scaled down. I never felt like our room was crowded. The shower was nice. Everything was clean. The bed was comfortable. The pillows were good. I have no complaints.
The bed didn't need any new struts.
Nope, the bed didn't make any noises whatsoever. It didn't need a service. It didn't need a grease job. None of that.
Didn't need to head into
Apparently
Jiffy Lube.
The cruise ship's got higher standards for beds than Airbnb does.
Hey, yeah, they probably
The bed
did.
hadn't been to a demolition derby, if that makes sense.
Not yet. Not until Curtis got through with it.
You never know.
You never know.
We'll leave that as a question for discussion.
Family show. Just when you thought the vacation was over, we got off Freedom of the Seas.
But oh no, that was just the beginning.
We Stand Corrected is back with part 3, the land leg of Chaos Cruise.
First stop, Coco Beach, where the people watching at the hotel pool was next level. Shout out to that guy doing cannonballs and cowboy boots.
We hit the beach, got sand in places we're still discovering, and then, just as we're chilling, bam! A freaking SpaceX rocket launch lit up the sky like a Florida fireworks show.
Then we rolled up to Universal Studios for one day of pure adrenaline, motion sickness, and me realizing I'm not as young as I thought I was on the Hulk coaster.
Also, can we talk about the backwoods hillbilly detour our GPS took us on from Coco to Orlando? I'm pretty sure we passed Bigfoot grilling ribs in someone's yard.
I've never seen so many mailboxes on cinder blocks. It was a vibe.
Catch all the final laps, mishaps, and Curtis almost got into a fight over a funnel cake.
On We Stand Corrected, Part 3, From the Sea of the Swamp.
From the sea to the swamp. Streaming now. Wherever you get your podcasts. Buckle up. It gets weird.
Kurtis and Joe on the mic, let's go. Got questions, they got answers. From fly low skies to worldwide, ride with us. Two friends in sync, but never the same. Correcting each other, no shame in the game. Laugh, learn, explore, the world's connected. Truth and fun, we stand corrected. Oh, we got that vibe, you're gonna get hooked. Facts and feels with a twist in the book. Tune in now, it's unexpected. Welcome to the pod, we stand corrected. Ooh, we got that vibe, you're gonna get hooked. Facts and feels with a twist in the book. Tune in now, it's unexpected. Welcome to the pod, we stand corrected. Family show.
So, anyways, we got through Nassau. What did you do in Nassau again?
We did a Nassau bus tour, and it was like we stopped at a rum cake factory, a cigar factory, a chocolate factory. We went to went by the Atlantis Resort. That was kind of cool. Went to the straw market, which is where all the locals. It's like a flea market where all the locals on Nassau sell their arts and crafts and T-shirts, and kind of like something you would see reminded me of like Mexico. We went to a rum distillery.
How many places did you get out?
All of them.
Okay, so you got to see every place you went to.
Yeah, it was cool.
It wasn't like, over here, man, is the rum distillery.
So when we went to Straw Market was also where you could get out to go up to the Atlantis Resort. and we just opted to go to the straw market.
Did you get some straws?
We did. We bought some souvenirs there. But it was cool. No, I mean the bus driver was knowledgeable. It was like a tour every time you were in between things. And
Why don't you tell us about that bus driver? You're holding out on us there, Wayne.
I'm not finished yet. You just,
Okay.
let me finish talking, Beavis.
I'm sorry, butthead.
Yeah. Hey. So we stopped at the first stop was a rum cake factory. And when you buy one rum cake, you get a free shot of rum. And if you buy a small rum cake, you get one free shot of rum. If you don't buy any rum cake, you pay $7 for a shot of rum. So we get out. I go to the cigar factory instead of going to the rum cake thing with Tina and Amelia. And I'm walking back to the bus, and I look over, and I see our bus driver getting a shot of rum in another glass full of something else. He slams it down, gets everybody on the bus, and we leave. I'm going, oh, what the fuck? So you guys drinking, So then we get to a little bit later on, we go, we went and saw a few other things, and then we get to the rum distillery. And we didn't want to do the whole tour, so my wife and I and my daughter said, well, let's just go inside, we'll get a drink and hang out for a minute. And we're standing there in line, I look over, there's our bus driver in line getting a drink. And I'm going, okay, this guy's driving these narrow streets. They drive on the wrong side of the road over there anyway. Or opposite from what we do here. So it's kind of weird anyhow. And this guy's had 2 drinks, and this tour started at like 8:30 in the morning.
It's fucking nuts, man. And so, was that the only 2 he had?
I don't know. I hope so. I mean,
That was probably his 3rd tour of the day.
There's a good chance he might have been making his own mixed drinks in the freaking bus.
Yeah, and so you saw Atlantis, which was the water park there, right?
That's the Atlantis Resort that you see on TV. That's Atlantis
Right, and
Paradise Island, and they've got a water park.
They have that big water park that's advertised there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we saw that, and we went to a thing. If you ever make it to Nassau, I would highly recommend going to see the Queen's Staircase. And this is a solid limestone hill that they carved a hallway into, 600 slaves, chiseled it, and then chiseled stairs into the limestone for a queen back in the 1600s.
Well, how big was this queen? My God.
I don't know, but it was a long staircase, so she must have been pretty tall. I don't know. It was a lot of chiseling, I can tell you that. It was amazing. Very pretty. And then there's a fort that we didn't get to do the fort because it was getting renovated. They take you by the cemetery, the hospital, the House of Parliament, the governor's mansion. We got to see a lot, I feel like, for that little bit.
Man.
3.5 hour tour.
Yeah, and then you beat us back to the boat.
Yep, then we got on the boat early and hit the pool.
Did you do anything on the island other than the tour? Did you walk around like that port area full of shops?
A little bit, not too much. And we didn't. We were just trying to get on the boat and get to the pool before the people started coming back on.
Yeah, and see, like when we took our ferry back, as you forwarded me the TikTok of the Blue Lagoon ferry sinking into the ocean, and I'm seeing this, and I'm like, oh, that's great. When was this? This wasn't on the tour guide from them about where their boat sunk.
Yeah, they didn't advertise that one.
Yeah, they didn't advertise that. They were like, over here, man. This is.
Sometimes they do underwater tours too.
Yeah, they tell you on the way back. Michael Jordan lived here, man, or lives here, and Oprah Winfrey, she's got 2 homes, and they were like
by
that.
the way, this one time the boat tipped over and sunk in the middle of the bay.
Right here in this location is where the first Blue Lagoon ferry ever sunk.
Yeah. We were drinking in the morning. It was not a good mix.
We got us some good rum cake and a free shot. Yeah.
No, I mean, overall, Nassau, It's not something I would have to go see again,
No,
but
and
it was cool to go do.
and that's where I think like I got off and I walked through that whole shop area, and I was like, oh, I keep hearing about this Coca-Cola that they got geared towards Nassau. It's that Goombay Punch or whatever. Like, let me see if I can find this. So I found like a little ice cream shop that had a freezer full of them. So I was like, I'll buy 4. Let's try them. I'll take them back to whoever wants to try them. And dude, I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they are sweet.
Oh yeah.
And so that was my big highlight of what I looked for on the island after I got back. And then, but that hike back on that port, man, that is a hike and a half.
That's
get back.
That is a long pier. And there were probably 4 or 5 other cruise ships there when we got there.
There were 2 Carnivals. There was the Disney, the MSC, and there were 2 Royals.
Yeah, so, I mean, and those ships are huge, so you can imagine.
Yeah, I was hoping we got to hear the Disney horn, but Disney was there before us and left after us. I was like, how does that work?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was cool. I mean, I liked walking. I thought it was cool to walk the pier and see all the ships.
Yeah. Oh, and looking at that Disney ship, and like we were talking Disney, I mean, everything they have has to be elegant, right? Like I told you, they were out there and they have special ways to just power wash that thing as it's sitting there to make sure the black on that boat is shiny. You know, and so, and then the other thing that's getting me is like Royal's trying to stay away from all the big ports now. And so they're building their own places on islands so they don't have to fill themselves up at these ports. So that's like why they have Coco Cay, and why they're building the Perfect Day Mexico, and why they're building the one in Nassau. They're building the one in Nassau. And Kurtis even saw they're building Perfect Day Pueblo Reservoir down in Pueblo, Colorado.
They are,
So,
man. They're, you know.
We're going to have that.
Send Joe a Photoshop of a Oasis of the Seas on Pueblo Reservoir. They were building Perfect Day Pueblo.
So they're building that canal that's running from the Pacific all the way to the Atlantic. Maybe even connect to the Mississippi and head south.
They're going to put game fish in the lake. You're going to be able to go sport fishing, saltwater fishing in Pueblo Reservoir.
So, yeah. But I would like to go see the one in Mexico, I think, soon. That Perfect Day Mexico, I think, would still be, even though it's not like truly Mexico, you don't walk. You know, they have things that are unique, right? Like a mile-long lazy river. And
you know, it's a lot like some of the resorts that I've been to where I think they'll probably bring in actual vendors from Mexico. You know, they'll be permitted to come on the island and sell things, and you'll experience Mexico there. There's
right,
no
and what I think they're trying to do is take away these prices of the ports of call and make their own.
Yeah.
You know, because I hear Mexico's
keeping people safe too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it was like I didn't have a worry in the world on Perfect Day about anything happening to our kids, because there's only one way in and out, and that's on that boat, and you can't get on that boat without your card.
Exactly.
So, what you got going on down there in Fountain? I hear that police officer rolling by.
I don't know. I think they're probably headed up to Denver.
Is that right? Oh, yeah, the Fountain Police running by.
Going up there to solve some problems.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Probably not.
They got to solve our problems because they already got no problems going on down there, huh?
Oh, no, we're spit shine clean down here.
But, you know, I mean, Nassau's worth the shot. And then we had that day at sea on the way back after Nassau. And that
Things
was
it was a little more crowded that day.
It was a little more crazy, but only like in the beginning of the afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to the buffet on that sea day, and you couldn't find a seat. It was so crowded.
Crazy.
And then after we ate breakfast, we tried to go to the pool, and the pool was wall to wall in people. So those were the only like downsides, I think.
Yeah,
Shit.
but you know, again, like you said, it didn't stay that way. It was like that for a couple hours, and then
Dude, you might want to just shut the garage door now.
nah, I don't. We don't chicken out. We don't get scared of things like that down here in Fountain Joe.
They're coming by, man. It probably won't show up on this audio. I hear
It's
it
not
though.
like those tasseled shoe sweater around your neck people
Oh,
up there.
yeah, look at this. Yeah, tasseled right here in
Snooty
Park
top.
Air. It's Park Air, Colorado. Park Air.
Park area, exactly.
Yeah. We live in Park Air with our tassels and our college shirts and our golfing resorts. And
But
Anyway.
no, you know, overall, it was
C Day.
like
We were on
another
C Day.
cruise,
C Day. Crowded pool people. Sorry, I took you off topic.
Anyhow, I would probably book. I would book Royal Caribbean again, hands down.
I'd be loyal to Royal for sure. But
Absolutely.
like I said, that C Day, the pool and breakfast was a little overwhelming until people finally settled in and went their own way.
Yeah, spread out a little bit.
Yeah, because that from about 11 to 2, it was nuts. And, you know, that C Day had a really cool competition I was trying to get Curtis in on, and Curtis wouldn't do it. Curtis would
Curtis
not do.
I don't need that kind of attention.
Oh, Curtis would have won this competition, though. Curtis could have won him a free cruise. And
I wouldn't have won it because I wouldn't do it.
can I tell him about it? Can I?
No, we're just leave that one alone.
Oh, you want to come on, dude? That's
No, we're good.
he wanted you in too, and he was pointing, and
He did.
he was pointing, and I looked at Curtis and I go, "He's gonna come get you." He's like, "No, he's
He
not."
came over to me, and what did I tell him? No. Okay, then you enjoy the drink, sir.
Come on, and he was like, "I see a lot of people here. Don't make me come get you." And he was like, "I'm pointing at him, pointing at him." You would have won, man. You would have won.
I don't care. I really don't. It does not mean that much to me.
Gosh, man.
I'm not a in the spotlight guy. I like to just sit back and watch.
You're in it now. You're in the spotlight.
Like,
Especially when those police officers run through your door right now because they're chasing somebody. You got like OJ going on back there. I still hear them going, dude. They're coming.
fire trucks don't usually chase people.
That ain't a fire truck siren, homie.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. No.
Only in Denver, I would know the difference between fire engines and police cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you drive through Denver, you do know the difference. Mm-hmm. So, hell, man, you still would have won. I would have made my trip to watch out.
Well, it didn't, so I guess you're just gonna have to think about that forever.
Your wife wanted you to do it.
No, she didn't.
She would have gave you a flashy 5. Flashy 5.
I don't think so, pal.
She might have.
You made some new friends in the pool that day.
Oh, come. Oh, you're gonna talk about my friends, but hey, we can't talk about it.
we'll
You could have been the
switch
highlight of the show, man, not me. I just make friends.
I don't like being the highlight of the show.
I-
I'm not a look at me guy.
I'm not either, but people just naturally like, dude, you got blenders. I know, man. Cool, huh?
Yeah. You made a few friends in the pool.
Dude.
That was more than one day too.
Hey, I guess I should have went for the competition.
Well, you could have made a really good friend out of that one, the last one. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. We're gonna leave that one there too. Okay.
Are you sure?
If we're telling that one, we're telling the other ones. That's just the way it's gonna be.
All right. Then we got to agree to. It's a truce.
Okay. Truce. So, yep. When that was the day at sea, made a friend. Curtis didn't want to be the highlight of the party. We spent our day at the pool. And then we got back into Miami.
Yep. And then spend another. What did we spend? I spent 5 more days up in Coco Beach.
We got in Friday morning, and I followed you up to Coco Beach where I left Monday night. But my Friday, I don't know if you saw this. So we both went. You went to a different Sixth rental than I did because I had to go drop my mom off. So I got that Sixth at the airport. And as I'm driving north, because I'm like an hour or two behind you, because I had to wait for her flight. And I'm driving north, and I don't know if you noticed this, but this was wild to me. And I look off to my left, and I'm like, is that a whole nother interstate over there? Like, what is happening over here? Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
And it took me forever to figure out what was going on there with that. And I'm like, why is there's cars traveling my pace, going my direction, and then you're watching them go back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, that is wild. And it turns out that was the Florida Turnpike, which is their version of a toll road. And I had no idea. Which usually when I travel, I turn off my avoid tolls on my GPS, especially like around here in Denver or, to try and stay off those as much as possible.
Their
But
tolls
when
are seemingly a lot less cheaper than ours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
lot
are.
Cheaper.
And so I got to researching it because I do use the tolls here. And I'm like, well, and it's the same type of system. And I'm like, all right. So I signed up for it because, we got into Coco Beach, on Friday? And we hung out at the pool Friday and at the beach. And I think we got into the pool, on Saturday? And you and I were just listening to people talk in the pool that were there.
Oh, God, dude. There's so many people. Like, I think they get a lot of North and South Carolina and Georgia. And
just some deep woods, like hillbilly shit going on back there.
Southern, deep Southern accents. Almost like aristocrat Southern accents.
And you and I are listening to this conversation, and they're like, all right, sugar, we're going to order us a pizza. We're going to make sure we got some pepperoncinis on it.
And I also want some of that good sausage on there.
That good we can't just have a pizza with just cheese. It's got to have those pepperoncinis.
Them pepperoncinis like they have over at the Paw Jones.
We were listening to this, and she was like, what do you think about ordering some wings, honey? We could have them wings for tomorrow. What you think?
I could probably get some of them wings. I'd doctor them up a little bit.
God, that was the stuff we're just cracking up the whole time.
I think a lot of the things that you and I experienced on this trip became like long-term jokes on the whole rest of the trip.
Yeah. Well, you remember on that last night we were sitting there on the boat. I forgot to touch on this. And we're sitting there. And you and I, we sitting there under cigars and in the stars. And we look over and there's a carnival ship. And you can see it bright as day in the middle of the night. And you and I look over and we're like, holy shit, that boat is hauling ass. And we're like, it's passing us and it's going, and it's like, and we're not like putting it together, and we're like, God damn, like it's going twice the speed we are. Like, are they late?
It was like we were standing still.
Yeah, because we were looking at the video screen, thinking, we're moving the same way as this boat, and we had no idea we were going opposite directions. And turns out we were crossing paths. We weren't going the same way. That's the reason why it flew by.
What I did think was funny though is they go, okay, you have a day at sea between Nassau and Miami on the way back.
Yeah.
But what they don't tell you is, because I had to look into it, because I'm going, why did it only take us overnight to get to Nassau? Or, I mean, basically, because it's not far from Coco Cay, but then we have a whole day of travel on the way back, and what they do is they get about 10 miles off the coast of Florida, and they zigzag and they slow her way down to like 5 knots. Yeah, and sometimes they even come to a complete stop.
Jesus, what do you got out there? Truck. Oh, see? Yeah, you do got some shit happening down there.
The fire truck, not the police.
Okay.
The fire truck. I mean, they chase fires, not criminals.
I don't know. They might be short-handed down there.
Oh, we don't fucking recruit. Get out of here. But, yeah, it was funny. But,
oh, there go the police
cars.
Day.
It was something good to do, and just different. I mean, kind of funny that they manipulate the time in their favor like that.
Well, yeah, I think I told the story, too, when I was talking about Carnival last year on one of our previous episodes, because my balcony was off the aft, off the very back end, and I walked out there in the middle of the night, and the motors were off, and we were just sitting there, and I called you in the middle of the night, and I was like, I don't know if something's wrong. but the boat is just floating because it wasn't creating any wake. And that's what was happening on our way back. And so that's what they do to make it that day trip. So you get your day at sea is they wait till, you're in the darkness of night, middle of the night, they shut her down, shut the engines off.
Yep.
Just to make your time. Yep. So I don't know.
Well,
Huh? No, go ahead.
I have no doubt we'll be talking about this for probably months, years. We'll probably talk about this trip for years to come. It was several good memories were made. It was just a fun experience.
Yeah. I changed doubters into believers.
You changed a doubter into a believer. You can't throw me in the mix. Like there's no stereotype.
You had your doubts. You did have your doubts. You were a little sour from the last time.
I was giving it more credit than someone else was, and
you saw my picture.
Someone else had a great time.
I know, but
ready to do it again.
What changed your mind about your sourness was you saw all my pictures from the first trip, and you were like, "Oh my God!" And that's kind of what changed. You can admit it.
No.
Yeah.
You
were like, Tina, check this out.
And I was ready to get on and have a good time also.
Yeah. But you were like, Tina, check out where Joe is.
No, it was definitely a solid bargaining token to get my wife to want to do that again, and it worked.
Yeah. Now we're loyal to Royal.
Loyal to Royal, man.
We got down there. We got our casino points. I'm waiting for my free trip now after all that casino money we burned.
Yeah, I think we might have to burn some more for that to happen.
You never know. I might get one in the mail.
I'm holding out hope.
Holding out. So, yeah. And then I ended up going to Universal on Sunday. Tried to get you to go with me there.
I don't need to go to a theme park. I'm not going to lie, I don't think, at least on that ship, that I would want to do more than 4 days. Maybe 5 at the most. I think.
You think if you got on Utopia, you'd run a 7?
I just have to see. I'd have to see if it's the same. I was peopled out after that. That 4 day, it was like going to Vegas, after a while, it's just enough.
Yeah, I'm good with 4 nights, honestly. Like 4 nights I think is the perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could make a 7-day night unless it's on a Utopia.
Right.
Or an Icon.
What I like to think is on one of those that things don't get as crowded when you're at sea.
Well, that's why they have more pools on. I got like 11 pools on Icon.
Yeah.
Where ours had 2.
And that's where
2.
I can say that I think it would be better.
Yeah, ours had 2 with kids and 3. Yeah, there were only 3 pools on ours, really, for adults. Right?
Yeah.
So, in some whirlpools, but I mean, I didn't get in the whirlpool because it was already hot as it was.
The whirlpools were plenty hot. I put my toes in one. I said I can't do it. It was too hot.
Yeah. Yeah, when I ended up driving to Universal because I didn't have the tolls in yet, and I was looking, at Google Maps, and it was like hour and 40 minutes without tolls or 40 minutes with tolls, and I was like, I'll just do it without. And I'm driving, and I call you, and I'm like, dude, this is some backwoods hillbilly shit back here.
That's no exaggeration.
And and it's all woods, and I mean, you're driving by like, get your gator jerky here. We got gator jerky, duck jerky.
Go through swampland, and it looked like jungle, but you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and you get your tours on your airboats. Get your gator tours. Come get your gator tour. I mean, it's all lakes, water, and tree, and I'm like, what? It's some Bobby Boucher type
Almost
backwoods.
positive that's where they filmed Swamp People.
That it might be. I mean, and so, needless to say, on the way back, I signed up for the toll pass, and that's well worth it.
Yeah.
So, well, man, I think we covered the trip.
Yeah, I say we got most of it, if not all of it, but I'm sure we'll have enough to talk about in a future podcast episode. It'll be something that we remember. And
Yeah, most definitely. We had a lot of fun. A lot of memories were created.
do the Royal Caribbean cruise.
Do the Royal. Stay
You know
loyal
what?
to
I'll
Royal.
even go out on a limb to say I don't even care what ship you do. You'll like it. Just do it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's what I meant. I wish we would have done one of the karaoke shows and just watched it, not sing it.
I do too. Yeah.
After what I've been seeing on TikTok lately with my man Tyler, like, fucking hilarious. And we talked about Carnival, and Tyler had to plan what he was doing because Tyler knew what he was doing. My man read the room when he came out there
Oh, yeah.
singing on the. He read the room
Yeah,
quite
he knew
perfectly.
exactly what was going on there.
Tyler, that ain't his first rodeo on a Carnival ship. Let me tell you that.
No,
And so, did you watch that video I'm talking about, right?
I did. Yeah.
Oh my God,
No,
he killed it though.
He was good. He did a good job.
And yeah, he did. I'll leave it at that. And then I saw another one that a guy did on Royal, and again, he read the room.
Yep.
That's all I'll say.
Those of you that haven't seen that, look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just look up Royal Caribbean karaoke, Carnival Cruise karaoke. You'll see exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. So I wish we would have caught some of those shows, but again, like, I wanted to see the shows, but I was also content with what we were doing. And the food was great. Sorrento's was great. Pizza was on par. Desserts. I mean, cafe promenade. Great coffee.
I felt very relaxed. I was happy with what we were doing.
Yeah.
For being very hustle bustle, it was very relaxing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the first time in probably a couple years where I did nothing with my life but did something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
do the Royal Caribbean cruise. You won't be disappointed. You'll like it. They won't let you down.
Carnival is great too, but I will say Royal over Carnival. Sorry, Carnival.
I would stay loyal to Royal too.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious about Norwegian. I hear some good things about Norwegian, but not. It's gonna.
I hear more good about Royal.
I know you get pretty biased on things.
Good reason.
Hey, I'm with you, 100%.
Make sure if you haven't, like and share these videos. We're always trying to get more subscribers. The more of you that we have, the more
Get the key pass.
ability we have to get the key pass next time you do the cruise. Please do the key pass. Don't be like tight ass over here on the right side of the screen.
Oh, tight ass bought the balcony. Tight ass didn't. If he didn't buy the key pass, he could have had the balcony.
If he didn't get the balcony, he would have bought the key pass. But like and share these videos. Check us out on social media, anywhere you get your podcasts. Reach out to us. We're always looking for somebody to talk to and some new topics.
Yeah, we're back. Season 3,
back, right?
up and going.
Let's hear about your cruise stories. Let's see. Let us know how you feel about all that.
Yeah, let's hear about your Tyler stories.
And Tyler, if you've sang some karaoke or done a belly flop competition, just let's hear it.
World's Sexiest Man competition.
World's Sexiest Man. God knows they do any kind of competition you can imagine on those things. So let's hear it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. We're back. Better than ever.
All right, buddy.
Season 3.
We'll start plotting the next one.
All right.
All right.
Till next time.
We stand corrected.
We stand corrected.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for riding with Kurtis and Joe. From mountain highs to tails on the go. You laughed, you learned, you stay connected. Catch you next time, we stand corrected. Thanks for riding with Kurtis and Joe. From mountain highs to tails on the go. You laughed, you learned, you stayed connected. Catch you next time, we stand corrected. We stand corrected.